Hi, I'm Judy, and today we're going to talk about English sounds that Mandarin speakers should know. There are many consonants and vowels that Mandarin speakers should know, and it's these sounds specifically because these do not exist in Chinese. So it's important for Mandarin speakers to know how it sounds and how to produce them. Before we talk about the consonants, I want to quickly review voiced versus voiceless sounds. For voice sounds, our voice box vibrates for like ah, and then for voiceless sounds, our voice box does not vibrate for like ah, and if you touch it, our voice box doesn't vibrate. Okay, these are important because of the sounds I'm going to talk about right now. So for v as in vine, it's like the f in pinyin, but our voice box is on. So we say, it's the same placement as f, but we say vine. Our voice box is on. And then same for z as in zebra. It's like the pinyin s, but our voice box is on. So we say z, z, zebra. And then for it's called a prevocalic R. There is a similar sound in Chinese, I believe, but the English sound is different. There are many different ways to pronounce the but it's either the retroflex with the tongue tip up and the sides of the tongue touching the upper molars, and then you pull it back, or it's more of the bunched tongue, and you just need to find one that is your good sound. And then there is the voiceless th, as in thing. Your tongue is between your upper and lower teeth, and it's voiceless. Thing. Now for voice th, it's the same placement, it's just that it is voiced. We say the. Next is vowels, and all vowels are voiced. The first one is the I sound. It's like the E sound, but our mouth is going to be more relaxed for the I. So ship, not sheep, but ship. And did you notice how the lips are not as spread as for E? So E versus I. Ship versus sheep. Next one is the E sound. The lips are unrounded but slightly tense. It's a mid-front vowel, so eh. Our tongue is more in the middle. Eh, as in bed. Next is the ah sound. This one, our lips are unrounded and lax. It's a front vowel, but it's a low front, so we're going to have to open our mouth a little bit more, and we say ah, as in bath. The next one is as in book. It's unrounded and lax. It's the opposite of the oo sound. It's similar, but more lax. And not rounded. Next one is aw. If tongue placement rise, it's slightly lower than the sound. The lips are rounded and more lax. Aw, as in caught. I do want to note that in some dialects of English, they make the aw sound as the ah. I do that, so it's okay if you do too. So for words like caught, C-O-T, and C-A-U-G-H-T, you might say caught and caught, but for me, in some dialects, we'll say caught. Okay, the next one is the sound. It's a mid-central vowel sound. It's the schwa, if you've heard of it. It's unrounded and lax, and it's like the A in the word about. And this one, there is a similar sound in Chinese, I believe, but the Chinese sound is more back. So just maybe go for a little bit forward. And I added it in here because it occurs so often often in English and is very important. So, pull your tongue just a little bit more forward. And the last one is a diphthong, meaning two sounds for one. Oi, as in boy. These are the rhotic vowels or the R-colored vowels. They're called R-colored because of the vowels and the R. These are all the ones that are not found in Chinese. I believe there's the or R. It's represented with the ER, but it sounds like the R sound as in bar. But other than that, it might be a little bit hard for Chinese speakers because these sounds do not exist in Chinese. And they are air as in bear, or as in boar, R as in bar, ear as in deer, ire as in fire, as in bird, and as in baker. The last two, there is a slight difference between the two ers, but it's very hard to tell even for native speakers. It's just to know that the first as in bird is used for stressed vowels, and then the for as in baker is used when the vowel is unstressed. I won't go over the pronunciation for all of these. There's many ways to pronounce them, unfortunately, and it may vary depending on the context. But just know that these are all the rhotic vowels, and there's so many, and these are one of the trickiest sounds, so they might require their own separate video. Chinese speakers should also focus on final consonants, and it's important to work on final consonants to increase speech intelligibility. And the final consonants are the sounds at the end of words, as in shirt. The T is the last sound. In cars, think about the sound, not the letter. Cars. So it's Z. Consonant clusters refers to the group of sounds, or group of consonant sounds. So for like the word streets, the STR is the consonant cluster at the beginning, and then is the consonant cluster at the end. And the word ski, sk, is the consonant cluster. You might be thinking, why final consonants? Why consonant clusters? Well, let's compare the two to figure out why. In English, all consonant sounds can occur at the end of words except for h, w, and y. And in Chinese, it's only the n and the n sounds that can occur. And what might that mean? Well, then that means that Chinese speakers might have a hard time marking all those English consonants at the end of words because they haven't had the practice to do so. Remember, in Chinese, it's only the n and the sound. And then for consonant clusters, in English, the maximal consonant clusters at the beginning might be 3, so like in spring, SPR. And then for max at the end might be about 4, like in the word 12ths. And then for Chinese, there are no consonant clusters in Chinese. Again, when we compare, what does that mean? Well, for Chinese speakers, they might have a hard time producing the consonant clusters, so they might omit or delete one of the cluster sounds or just substitute with a different sound. So then working on final consonants and consonant clusters are also important in addition to knowing the vowels and the consonants that do not occur in Chinese. Before ending the video, I want to leave you with another tip, and that is to, when you're practice saying the sounds in all position of words. So beginning, middle, and end. And that includes the sounds that already exist in Chinese, like the sound l, as in lamp. That's at the beginning of the word lamp. And then l in the middle, balloon. And the l at the end, as in the word vowel. Lamp, balloon, vowel. Okay, practicing all the sounds different positions, and maybe increase the difficulty by saying it in words, in phrases, in sentences, in reading, and eventually conversation. Okay, have fun!